Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Alison here from the Money Smart Mum. Today I wanted to share with you everything our family of 5 spent in the month of June. Now we live in Perth, Australia, and we did actually have a holiday for the last week of June, so I've included our spending money in that section as well. So yeah, let's dive in and have a look exactly where we spent our money in June. I'm going to show you the spreadsheet I just made myself. I started it about 10 years ago and just refined it to where I am today. I think it can still need improving. I don't have a template to share with anyone at the moment, but if you're interested, let me know. Maybe I can get one going. Okay, let's have a look. First of all, I just want to show you the different tabs I have on it to explain how I've set it up. So the first tab is Overview 2024. So in here I track all our monthly income and expenses at a top level, so an overview, and I have our net worth tracker in there as well. Next tab is Budget 2024. So each start of each year I will set this up. It basically is all our income and expenses broken down by category, detailed by each month of the year. And then expenses detail. So in expenses detail, this is really driving down into all the expenses that I have throughout the year. So it's detailing it of when we're expecting our direct debits to come out and what expenses we have coming up. So it really drives down into that. So I think that is one that we will look through today as well. Next tab is June 24. So I always have one of these running for each month that we go. So in here I will list all the expenses that have come out from our ANZ account, which is our offset account, and the Westpac current account. Also, if I have any cash transactions, because sometimes still a bit of cash floating around, it will be displayed into this tab. So this tab will list everything that we have spent in June. So this is where we'll be looking at in very detail today. The next tab is my bank ANZ account. This is our offset account. In here I list every single transaction, so I'm downloading it from the ANZ website and uploading it into my spreadsheet, and then I will look down each line and categorise it into where it needs to go. And then I have my Westpac account. This is just again for those minimal transactions where I'm getting the extra cash back. And then finally on the last tab is B-Day, which is birthday, and Xmas, Christmas. So in here I will list all the gifts we have bought the children for birthdays and Christmas, because all their birthdays and Christmas obviously all fall in the last few months of the year. So throughout the year I'm keeping track of what I've spent and listing it in here so I know what we've got them as well, because once I've bought the gifts they're all hidden in a secret location which I'm not going to disclose in case the children are watching this YouTube video, and at least I know I can always refer to that tab to remind myself exactly what we've got. So today we're going to look at the June 24 tab and then follow up on the expenses detail tab as well. So let's go and have a look at June 24. Okay, so we're going to start with the June 24 tab, and as you can see I've started to list all of the transactions in here, which I've just copied over from my downloaded transactions from my ANZ account. And I've got the amount in here, and then I will categorise it into all these categories. So we've got house, food, bathroom, cleaning, health, petrol, cars, school, daycare, exercise, pocket money, we'll come back to that, general spending, Xmas, and miss, which is miscellaneous. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. Totals are all in the yellow line here. So I can confirm, so when I add all that up, I can confirm we have spent $9,332.10 in the month of June. So now let's look down at how that's broken down. So to start with, let's look on house. Okay, in house we have our bank fee. To have the ANZ offset account, they charge us $10 a month. And then we have our mortgage repayments. So we've got the 256,757. We've then got our electric, which is a fortnightly payment of $40. And this is our Apple data. We've got some gas fortnightly $21, Water Corp fortnightly $50 direct debit. I set these fortnightly direct debits up so we are smoothing our expenses. We never get that big bill come through. Oh gosh, got to pay that, because most of our bills that come through, they say zero to pay, so it's a great feeling. We also have a cleaner who comes once a month. Even though it says $126, my business actually pays for half of it as well, as I do work from home. Please, so in there, bought some salad pots, so I've just put that under house expense. We got a $70 for our internet, which is a monthly fee. My business reimburses us for $35. We then have our Netflix, a couple more mortgage payments. We've got Spotify in there, and again our fortnightly utility payments. So our house expenses to live in this house for the month of June cost $2,451.36. Now on to food. So in the month of June, this is a lot lower than normal. We actually only spent $927. The reason being is because we actually were away on holiday for the last week of the month, so that reduced it a bit. And I was actually just trying to use a lot of our freezer meals up, which we'd already cooked, just to try and clear the freezer down as well, because it was stacking up quite a lot in there. So that helped us reduce our food bill. So you can see we've gone to Woolies, Aldi, Coles, the odd IGA top up, came to $926.75. Bathroom costs, there I've got wipes in there and the last bits of nappies as well. I've got some toothbrushes, mouthwash, came to $48. I basically list in here anything you would find or need in a bathroom. Now on to cleaning. In here I've just got dishwasher tablets, completely ran out. I normally buy them on catch. Luckily they were on sale in Woolies, so I ended up spending $35 on, I think we got about 60 dishwasher tablets. That will keep us going for a couple more months. Health. We have our fortnightly private health insurance, which is $76. I got myself some new glasses. I always just buy the Specsavers value range because my children are always trying these on and they fit me perfectly fine. So they cost me $39. I don't have to pay for an eye test because in Australia they are bulk billed, so it just cost me $39 for an eye test and my glasses. We also had some pharmacy expenses. I ended up having $200. This was just for some prescriptions. Petrol, we only spent $264. This was a low month for us. I think my only explanation is we topped up at the very end of May and we were away for the end last week of June as well, so we actually had a lower petrol bill. Normally we're around $400. Car expenses, you will see my car is called Tiggy, so we just did a bit of maintenance on my car and I actually went and got a real good professional clean. It cost me $135. They had a winter special with 20% off. They cleaned my car inside and out and shampooed my car seats as well, and it was disgusting in there. It was not nice, and so that was $135. And then we also needed to top the oil up in my car, so that was $49 for some new oil. So that came to a total of just under $185, just a bit of car maintenance for my car. School costs, so in here I budget for anything to do with school, so this can be trips, supplies, and I also budget if they need some extra school uniform bits as well. So in here I got some school tops, so they needed some long sleeve tops for winter time, it's $19. We got some socks in there, we got 2 packs of the Bond socks, that's $16. And then the kids have got swimming lessons next term as well, so that was $70 each for them. Overall we spent $175 on the children for school. Now the next favourite category is daycare. We are pretty lucky in WA, we get heavily subsidised. My youngest is in daycare for 4 days a week, and the older two, we do use the before and after school care. At the moment they're just doing one afternoon, I think I did end up booking a few extra mornings where we just do it on a casual basis, just what's going on that week, and when we need it we can just use the app and add in any additional sessions that we need. So overall we spent $815 on daycare for the month of June. Exercise is our next category, and to start with, at the first of the month we always get our kids swimming lessons fees. So for the month of June it was $214. That's for 2 kids, 1 lesson a week for the whole month. You have a charge of $204, and this is for my son's soccer lessons for term 3. So we're paying that up front, and that will cover all of term 3, which is about 10 weeks I believe. And then we just have a fortnightly charge of just under $44, and that's my husband's gym membership. So we got 2 charges in June. Next category is pocket money. Now pocket money is for myself and my husband, so we both actually have an ING personal current account, and each month we pay $535 into each account, and it's up to each of us to decide how we spend that money. And the only stipulation is that you have to pay for your own clothes, haircuts, beauty, hobbies, anything that you wish to spend your money on, or you can save it as well, needs to come out of those funds. So I think it really helps us. It stops overspending on maybe things one may argue might not need, and it saves a lot of arguments between us as well. General spending is next. In general spending, it's basically eating out, buying beer and wine would go into this category, and just any activities that we're doing as a family together. So in the month of June we spent $544. So just having a quick look through, $6 there, that was for an iPad charger cable, and we got some wine, some snacks, lots of McDonald's in there. We got a toy at Kmart, that was for some beer. Lollipops, that was a play centre that we took the kids to. It's just all these little things, there's nothing major in there, just little things that add up. Actually, I've just spotted down the bottom, we did actually spend $96 on clothes for the kids. We actually bought them some warm dressing gowns and jumpers for the winter months that we are in now. So yeah, so for the month of June we spent $544. I also have a category for Christmas. So I like to buy my presents throughout the year when I see them on offer. In June we had the Big W half price toy sale, so I actually did a very large order to stock up on some Christmas and birthday presents as well, so I spent $335. I also just got a few other small items there. I'm not going to say exactly what they are, but there's a few selection of gifts that I've picked up. So in June I spent $392 on Christmas. This is a lot higher than normal. At the start of the year it's normally $0, but because of the Big W half price toy sale I stocked up ready for Christmas. Miscellaneous is our next section, and as I mentioned at the start, we were in Thailand for the last week of June, so I've put our currency that we took with us in this category, and we also had a few bank transactions while we were there as well. So overall in Thailand for the last week of June we spent $1,488. There was also a $60 charge because my husband had a TAFE course that he needed to complete. So overall we spent $1,548 in miscellaneous. I hope you enjoyed the detailed breakdown of everything we spent in June. I just wanted to point out that on the left hand side there's a column called source, and in there I just put where the money was spent from. So ANZ for our ANZ bank account, and then I've got Westpac because that came from our Westpac account, and there was just a couple of cash transactions as well, so I've just put cash. So that covers everything that we spent in June. I hope this gives you a good understanding of where people are spending their money. Part 2 of this video is to look at the expenses detail tab. So we're just going to go through each section that I have in here. basically it's listing all the expenses that we have, just a bit more further detail, so I know what I'm going to be expecting to come out the bank over each month. So if we have a look here, we can see what we're expecting to come out in July. So the first category is our mortgage payments. Our mortgage is split between fixed and variable, the majority on fixed. We were very lucky that we got a low interest rate back in 2022, which carries us over to 2025. So our mortgage comes out on a fortnightly basis. So the fixed amount is $757 a fortnight, and the variable is currently sitting at $253 a fortnight. So basically we're paying $1,000 a fortnight towards our mortgage. In white is what we have spent, and in yellow is what we will be spending over the next 6 months. So it's not much change. I just keep a track of it in here because some months we have 3 payments and some we have 2. Next section is our utilities. So I've listed in here all the utilities that we pay for. So we've got rates, electric, water, gas, house insurance, internet, streaming services, and my husband's mobile phone. And my mobile phone is paid through my business. Within here I've just listed our supplier and the frequency that we pay it. So fortnightly, annual, monthly, and annual. So I basically just listed in my chart here every single payment that's come out from January to June, and all the payments I'm expecting between July and December. Overall, we are spending $7,500 on utilities for the whole year. Next section is house maintenance. So in here I have budgeted for our monthly cleaner, some general repairs and maintenance, and each year we have someone come to clean our bins. It's the guys who come with their truck and basically disinfect the wheelie bins, and we normally do that at the end of summer because they do get a bit stinky over summer. We also have our windows cleaned once a year, so he will come in October, so the start of our spring, to get all the winter grime off. And we also have, well, we've actually had a gardener come once this year. First time ever. He did such a good job that we'll probably ask him to come back again. So we've just got everything in here. So I can see that in January to June, that's what we spent. We spent $1,157. And then July to December, I budgeted $778. So overall, we're spending just over $1,900 on our house maintenance costs. Although I do feel our monthly budget of $25 is rather low. Although saying that, in June we only spent $8 on house maintenance. Groceries is our next section, and this is a budget that I do try to stick to, but sometimes we do go over, especially on the food aspect. So monthly, I would like us to spend about $1,800 a month. Bathroom supplies, we're going for $70, but that's when we did have to pay for nappies. So now we have passed that stage. We should be reducing that over the next 6 months. And finally, cleaning supplies. I've just got $30 in there. Overall, each month I'm expecting to spend $1,900 at the supermarket on various items. I know this probably seems a lot of money to people, but we don't really eat out, so we do tend to buy a bit nicer food for ourselves at home to enjoy, because we don't have any eating out budget, because we generally don't really do it. And that includes all lunch boxes as well, because we make all our lunch boxes from home. So that's 2 adults, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. Next is our additional health expenses. This is on top of our pharmacy spending budget. So I've got $200 each for the grown-ups, and that's just the annual checkup and clean. And then I've put $400 in there for the kids as well. And we've got some physio appointments. I know these can fluctuate so much, you just don't know what's going to happen when you turn up to the dentist, or what's going to happen throughout the year. So I like that we just have a ballpark figure in there, and if it does cost more, we have savings to top it up and make sure we're okay. Cars is our next section. So from here you can see my car is called Tiggy and my husband's car is called Caspar. And in here I've just budgeted for our rego, insurance, breakdown cover, service, repairs and maintenance and car washes. You can see that from the months of January to June we spent $2,500 on our cars. This mainly was my car in January because both the rego and insurance are due. And for the next 6 months of the year we're predicting to spend around $1,300. Overall we've budgeted $3,800 for cars. Again, I know this could fluctuate as our cars are getting a bit older now, but we really do try and maintain them well and get a service done every year to make sure they can last as long as possible. We have school costs next. We've got 2 children in primary school. So we've got school contribution, book list and uniform, trips, trainers, a pair of sneakers. For the whole year, I expect for 2 kids that we're paying just over $1,000 towards their schooling. We've got daycare costs next. So we've got 2 older kids who use the before and after school care, and we've got my youngest who is in daycare 4 days a week currently. So I've calculated that after subsidies we basically pay $16 per session for the before and after school care, and a full day at daycare for my youngest is $37. And if the older 2 decide to do the vacation club, it costs us about $31 a day. For the whole year we're spending $11,604 on daycare costs. And finally we've just got our exercise costs. In here I've just listed our gym memberships. I've actually decided to stop mine a couple of months ago because I really wasn't going so much. We've just got the children's swimming and we were doing some soccer as well. So overall it's about $5,000 for the year, and I'm sure as the kids get older this will be increasing. I'm going to wrap my video up now. I feel we've gone through a lot of numbers, so I kind of looked at what we absolutely spent in June, and you can kind of see how I'm forecasting what was coming up for July and the coming months as well. I set this spreadsheet up every year and find it really helpful. It helps us stay on top. And I feel at the moment that families really need to have a budget in place so you know exactly where your money's going. And I'm happy to share ours. So thank you for watching, and any questions do let me know in the comments below. But I hope you've enjoyed it and maybe you took some tips away. And if you're not a subscriber already, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Bye.